So focusing on our lower back for our class today. Also, it'll still be power yoga. So now on our next in-breath, extending our arms long above our head or behind our head. Exhale, bring your left knee into your left hand. And stretch your back. Inhale, let that left knee go out to the side. Sole of your left foot goes towards your leg. Bring the knee back up to center. Switch it to the other hand. So now your right hand goes to your knee. Give a little pull over, not too much, extending your other arm. And then we come back, placing the low back on the mat, extending our foot right up to the sky. Sole of the foot to the sky. You can hold onto the back of our leg. And then slowly lower that leg back down so that we're laying on our backs again. Inhale, reaching both arms long. Exhale, bringing our right knee into our right hand. Inhale, open that knee up to the side. Exhale, bring the knee back all the way over to the other side. Inhale, reach the foot up towards the ceiling. Exhale slowly, thank you. Exhale, slowly lower that leg down to the mat. This is a lower back warm up. Inhale, reach our arms long. Exhale, left hand, left knee, back stretch. We pull the knee in. Inhale, open that knee out to the side. Exhale, draw the knee across the body just a little bit, not as much as our usual spinal twist. Inhale, straighten the leg and place it up towards the ceiling, the foot. Exhale, slowly lower, engage the core as we lower the foot down. And one more on the other side. Inhale, reach our arms long. Exhale, right hand to right knee, back stretch. Inhale, open that knee out to the side. Exhale, draw the knee across the body with your opposite hand, really gently. Inhale, place that sole of the foot back towards the ceiling. Exhale, slowly lower the foot all the way down. Great work. Let's slide both of our heels now in towards our backside. Use your core to get from there, soles of the feet on the mat. And we'll float up into a bridge pose. Inhale up. We're holding here for 10 pulses or holding steady. So you can pulse or you can hold your bridge. About 4, 3, 2, and we'll hold again or continue to hold, softening our jaws, warming up our lower back. Good job. Lower the hips back down to the mat, bring our knees to 90 degrees. Anchor our low back to the mat. Let's take our palms by our sides, palms up to keep most of the work in our lower body, and some toe taps. Tap the left toe, bring it back to 90. Tap the right toe, bring it back. All on your own, starting to warm up your lower core. So to protect our back, it's important to have strong abs to help, and vice versa. 1 or 2 more of these toe taps so we have lots of room or lots of time today. And then we're drawing both of our knees into chest. Take a little rock side to sides. Rolling all the way over onto your bellies. If you need to take a look up here, you can. Take your time. We're doing reverse windshield wipers. So knees come to 90 again. Oh, my feet look dirty. Sorry, guys. Windshield wipers down, side to side. Feels different. All right, bring those feet, those knees back. Turn the toes back onto the mat. Let's lift up to a kneeling plank. Slow breath in. Exhale to all fours. Maybe bring the knees in. And we'll take our left heel back, spreading our toes out onto the mat and reaching and stretching our calf muscle. If you want to, reaching the opposite hand in the opposite direction, but still actively reaching through that back heel as our core is nice and tight and strong. Bring it down, other side. We want to put our toes on the mat so we can get a nice connection. Firstly, reach through the heel, feel the stretch, keep hold of it, and then reach the hand in the other direction. 4 more breaths. Bring it back to all fours. We'll do some fire hydrants now, keeping our knee at 90, out with our left leg. Holding here for 3 breaths or doing an extension with the leg. Bend and bring it back. We're staying on this side, either opening and holding for 3 breaths or doing your extension, bringing it back. Connect to your low back. Connect to your core. Connect to your breath. We're engaging the glutes, feeling a nice stretch in our right psoas or more in our left psoas. Other side. If you need a little more space between your hands, feel free. So we open up and either hold or the extension. Bring it back and down. Make sure to breathe. Last one, my friends. Downward facing dog. Push it back, pedal the feet, stretch our calves, stretch our hamstrings. It's okay if your heels don't reach the mat. That's not the goal. The goal is to feel and be present in your body and let go of distracting thoughts. Looking up between the hands, we'll hop, step, or jump up between the hands. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, breathe in, sitting back, reaching long. Exhale, fold. Last chair, breathe in. Exhale, fold. All the way up, breathe in. Exhale to our mountain. All right, time to move on quickly into our sun salutations, adjustments. Fix your hair, whatever you need to do. We're gonna go right into our sun salutations, strong. Lots of effort in today. Put as much effort as you want. Whatever effort you put in, that's what you get out. Up to the top. See what kind of song we get. Oh my gosh, do you want to build a snowman? No, I do not. All right, we'll see what comes up. Big breath. Exhale, dive. Feel the stretch in the backs of your legs. Let your head hang heavy, halfway up. Hop, step, or jump. Back to plank or chaturanga. Hold here or flow down into up chaturanga, up dog, back to downward facing dog. Bringing our right foot up between the hands. Breathe in, find a big, beautiful lunge. Oh, breathe out, back to plank or chaturanga. Hold or flow. Keep the core strong. Back to down dog. I love this song. Left hand comes up between the hands. Left foot. Lunge. All the way back to plank or chaturanga. Hold or flow. Feel the heart expand. Downward dog. Hop, step, or jump up between the hands. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Fold. Chair, breathe in. Tuck your tailbone under a little bit. Stretch your back. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale into mountain. And again, sweep up. Exhale, dive. Soften the knees. Halfway up. Fold. Hop, step, or jump back to plank or chaturanga. Hold or flow. Stretch. Take it back to down dog. Left foot between the hands. Find your lunge. Expand your rib cage. Chaturanga or plank. Try not to clench your glutes too much in your back bends. Down dog. Right foot between the hands. One lunge, breathe in. Plank or chaturanga. Hold or flow. Breathe, that's the most important part. Breathe out, downward dog. Take a breath. Hop, step, or jump up between the feet. Halfway lift. Fold, chair, breathe in. Exhale, rise up. We got one more, inhale. Thank you, Lisa. Exhale, dive. Halfway up, strong belly, hop, step, or jump. Back to plank, or right into chaturanga. Up dog, down dog. Right foot between the hands. Take your lunge or take a rest. Plank or chaturanga. Forward hold. Into down dog, left foot comes up. Find that lunge. Back to plank or chaturanga. Amazing. Hold or flow. Downward dog. Hop, step, or jump. Up between the hands. Halfway lift. Fold. All the way up this time. And right back into a fold. Stretch out the low back. That's our focus today. Let's move that heart rate up. From here, taking our left foot back, way back, dropping the knee down. We're going to go into a crescent lunge. Top of the foot's on the mat. So here's some modifications. The most important thing, well, not the most important thing, we've got to stretch in this hip flexor. We lift up, either press into this leg or reach up and lean back. Making sure to check in with that front knee. We're still anchored through that front foot. Lengthening out and shifting back now. Toes turn up, nose goes towards our shin. Stretching the back of our leg. It can be enough just to turn your toe up towards your forehead. You'll feel the stretch. Now we're moving into a runner's lunge. We shift forward again, lift the back heel. Now we're gazing in front. This is our starting line. We've got our back quadricep, that left quad, really strongly hugging our back knee. Rise up into a high lunge. Sink into the support of the earth. If you want to close your eyes, you can. Left hand to mat, right hand up, twisted lunge. Still that strong quad and knee connection. Breathe. We'll untwist and step our left foot up a little bit wider than hip distance into a squat. Shift down into our squat. Get comfortable. So you can stay here in your squats or go between a big squat and coming up, a little tip back. So body weight squats, low squats. If you're taking care of your knees, then don't go any lower than that knee. Up. Make that connection with both of your feet. Engage the core and lift. Last one. Hold it down. Wonderful. Right hand to mat. Left arm reaches up. A little twist for our low back. Left hand down, right hand up. Sink into your seat. All right, push it up to forward fold. Tick-tock those feet together a little bit. And then extend that left leg up. We're in, it's going to be like single leg deadlifts, kind of, if you've ever done a deadlift. So let's bring our hands to our front shin. And then come up without touching our toe down. Try not to touch that toe down. I think you've got a nice weight here. We'll glide our hands along the front of our leg, go back down. And again, come up. A single leg deadlift. You're just using your body weight. Back down. Take that left foot now back down to the mat. Bend your right knee. Lift up your left hands. Twisting. Other side. Amazing job. Bring it back. And now step back the right foot. Take that knee down onto the mat. Way back with the top of the foot down. Into our crescent lunge. We want to lengthen first and then add the tip. Still pressing into both of our feet. Or you could take your hands into your front knee. Get the eyes closed. Allow your core to work a little bit harder. We'll bring our hands forward, shift the hips back, turn our toe up, shin or nose towards our shin, or just that turn up as the hips reach back towards your heel. Breathe. Work all the way into our runner's lunge. We bend that front knee again, lift the back knee. Hands will come here. Engage the belly and the core. Slowly rise up into a high lunge. And sink down into our legs. Check in with the belly. Check in with the jaw. And on our next exhale, right hand down to the mat, left hand up, twisted lunge. Strong through our belly, stretching our back, strengthening our core. Unwinding, taking the weight onto the left foot. We're going straight into our single leg deadlifts, or let's call them warrior 3 lifts. All right, we come up and then go down. So if you had weights in your hand, you'd be keeping them as close as you can to your body. Come on back up. Try not to touch down. I'm definitely going to on that round, and then go back down. Hips are square to the mat. Just one more. A little out of our comfort zone for our glutes today. Last one. Right foot comes up. Forward fold. We bend that right knee. Reach the left arm up. Twist and stretch. Switching sides. Forward fold, let the head hang, let it be heavy. You can grab your elbows, take a little rock side to side, a bend in our knees so that we can protect our backs. Halfway lift, let's breathe in. Fold again, all the way up, inhale. And we'll do a standing back stretch, taking our hands to our right leg, either the back of your thigh, which is a little bit easier on your knee so that you're not pushing on your knee ligaments. But if that's just the way you do it, then do it that way, or you reach back underneath. Whoop. Find a place to focus our gaze, and we're stretching our back. I think I've told you this before. This is wind release pose. The kids love this one. Obviously, I call it something else. All right, take that left hand to your right knee. Keep the hips forward. Draw this foot across just a little bit. And then open up the right hand. If it feels okay, gazing down our right hand. The core is strong. Crown of the head lifted. We'll bring our chin back around slowly. Hand goes down, other side. Reach the right knee up or left knee. Take your back stretch or wind release pose. Relax through the chest. Point your toes if you want to down, or flex them, whatever works. Switch to the right hand. Draw it slightly across our knee. More comes toward hip level as we draw it across. And extend and look down our left hand. So good. Bring it around. Time to make it down to the mat. We're going right down to all fours. Good stabilizer for our hips. It's a kneeling pose. Hips under shoulders. And we reach our arms up. So we want to have a little anchoring through our knees, through our toes, and just shift forward a little bit. Let the core catch you. Reach long and breathe. Child's pose.
Take a nice stretch now for your low back. You can rock a little bit. You can have as much space as you want. And let the body rest for a few breaths. All right, let's make our way onto our backs, my friends.
Good. We've got a good amount of time left to do some core. Roll onto your backs. We'll do, let's do some leg lifts down. Slowly lower. Just go as far as you want to without your low back lifting. Once it lifts, stop. Then we bend, bring the knees to 90 and extend up to the sky. If you want, you can add those arms. The arms reach long as we open up. They come back to your sides as you bend your knees. And then inhale, reach them back up as your feet go up. Exhaling, going down. We bring those knees back in. And then reach up again. So you can flow through that, opening up, bending, and extending. It feels nice for you. Close your eyes. A few more of those. Always checking in to make sure that we are honoring our back. And we'll hold it up in dead bug. Our lower part of our abdominals will be feeling lots of love at the moment. Shoulder blades relax down. All right, we'll be moving into bridge with options today to go into shoulder stand. So bridge pose, we're pretty familiar with that. We've got the soles of the feet close to the body, and we lift up into bridge. And we can stay here just as long as we want to, or slide a block in if we're feeling like being a little more restful today. Or you can move into shoulder stand. You can use the strength of your body by putting your hands under your low back if they get there. It's okay if they don't. I don't think mine do today. Or you can use momentum to lift your hips up underneath. Try to draw your elbows close together at the back, and we reach our feet up towards the ceiling. Shoulder stand. So a lot of the weight now is coming right down onto our shoulders. So make sure to only do shoulder stand if your neck feels good. If there's any other variations of this that you want to try, you can, if that's something that's safe for you, or you're holding that delicious bridge, maybe doing leg lifts. All right, let's bend those knees. We'll slowly lower our back down onto the mat. Extend our legs. Take a rock side to side with our knees. Oh, that should feel really good for your back. Let's take our feet wide as our mats are wide and move our knees side to side. Let's see how that feels. All right, supine figure 4 or supine pigeon. We'll take our right knee, bend it, left heel comes up above that knee. So we made kind of a window with our left leg. You can reach your left hand through that window for the back of your right leg, your other hand around, and draw that leg closer towards you, keeping your feet strong and flexed. And then an option, of course, you could use your left elbow to hinge that left knee out a little bit whilst you pull in. So this elbow's kind of hinging out this knee as we pull in, only if that feels good. Now we'll be sliding that left knee right on top of our right knee, bringing our inner thighs together. And then reaching for our shins or the backs of our calves and drawing the legs towards the body now. A nice deep stretch for our glutes, which can really help with your lower back. Keep the head down, keep the breath big. We'll be unwinding for pigeon on the other side. So first we do our supine pigeon. We create that window with our right leg, reach through for the back of the left. Find our point of resistance, our comfort zone, and then just step out of it just a tiny bit as long as it's safe and there's no pain. Staying here with your breath. Work will be there later. There's no doubt about that. All right, let's take that right knee all the way across. This is our eagle legs. So now we can reach for our shins, or if you want to strengthen your biceps, you can reach for your calves to pull your legs in. Going under the legs if you want to, and that'll just make a little bit of a different pull with your biceps instead of your shoulders and your chest. Accepting ourselves exactly where we are today on our healing journey. Alrighty, we'll unravel. Time for our relaxation. If you want to take another rock side to side, give yourself that opportunity. Or get long. If you want to relax in the upside down chair, do an inversion. Of course, you can do that. We have a couple minutes left. Close your eyes. Feel the weight of your body. Secure, safe, and let your body relax down into the mat. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. Give yourself permission to rest. Soften the jaw, chest, the belly, the back, the legs. Our affirmation today: yoga begins where I am, not where I was yesterday or where I long to be.
slowly and peacefully awakening our body, gently moving our neck side to side. You can stretch long from our fingertips above our head, right through to our toes, through our core. Take a second to take a breath and roll over onto one side until we make it up to our easy seat. Thank you, Anne, for sharing that lovely saying with me today. I love it. Let's take a big breath in. Bring our hands to our hearts. One more. It feels okay, a gentle and humble bow towards the Mother Earth, thankful for the gifts as always. Namaste. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Have a good weekend. There's no Pilates tomorrow. Amy is not here. So I'll see most of you Sunday for the donation class if you're coming.